What's up, everybody? This is the Bros Gone Wild podcast. Hello, fine people. Welcome back to another episode of the Bros Gone Wild podcast. You're sitting yourself down for an interesting one, I'll tell you that much. We sit down with Jonah's dad, Josh Newblatt, Mr. Newblatt. Newblatt the third. I'm not too sure which number. But anyways, he was a blast to have on the podcast. He got into all these funny stories of whether his childhood, telling us the insides of Clarkston, what it was like growing up in Clarkston, crazy stuff with that. He even got into football, trips to Vegas, crazy stuff with Tigers pitchers, which utensil he would personally live without, what it's like going to Michigan State as a student, and he was actually, I believe, the president of a fraternity. So, and we even touch what it's like to crash into a pig on the road. So please, this is a unique one. This is with Jonah's dad while Jonah's in Africa. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Bros Gone Wild podcast. I'm sure you're sitting in your chair with intense anticipation of who on earth could be filling in for Jonah this week. And that lucky man, or us per se, we are lucky to receive the guest of Josh Newblatt. Jonah's dad is going to be sitting in with us. So first, Josh, just tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Kind of draw a picture for our listeners.
Oh, okay.
If you don't mind.
Well, I live here in Clarkston, grew up in Clarkston, and moved back here. And now, after all the school, I went to Michigan State and went to medical school in Kansas City, and I'm a ER doc at Hurley and Flint. Genesis, not Genesis. That's where your mother works.
Yeah.
That's where your mother works.
Very nice. So you went to State, and how was that, I guess? Tell me a little bit about State.
Well, if you can't have fun at State, you got some problems. you two guys have done some damage up there, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
I was up there for 6 solid years.
Nice. That's great. That's
Graduating class of 92, 93, and 94.
Nice. And what were you? What'd you do at State? Weren't you?
I was
Greek life member.
Greek
right?
life. Yeah.
I was.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact.
What frat were
Which
you
frat?
We were in Delta, or I was Delta Chi.
Delta Chi.
Nice. How was that?
It was a good time.
Are you glad that you chose Greek life rather than just?
It was good for me at the time.
Yeah.
It was good at the time. You know, State's such a large campus, and you went there, and it's hard to shrink down the campus. You can get lost up there. I didn't do it until the end of my sophomore year.
Okay.
Were you in the house? Did you stay in the house?
I lived 3 years in the house.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Was that rowdy?
At times.
At times.
You got to be careful in there, man.
Yeah.
You can get yourself into trouble for sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
One of my fraternity brothers was the esteemed Mr. Gary Cole.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know that.
I
Did
didn't
you
know.
that?
No, I didn't know you guys were frat brothers. That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Gary's 2 years younger than me, and we grew up together too. But yeah, Gary was in the fraternity.
And did he get his degree from State too?
Yes.
Did he end up graduating?
Yep. And then
Wow.
I think he got some. You'd have to ask him specifically. He got some teaching, other extra certification at U of M. I think he was there for a summer or something like that. He got something there.
Nice.
So that's how Gary Call comes into play.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I really never knew that, but.
Yep. Let's see if there's anybody else that you guys would know.
Tony Daros, I know you and Tony Daros were roommates, right, for a little bit?
Tony Daros and I were roommates my freshman year.
Okay.
It's a good story. So I didn't know Tony. So Tony's from Flint, and my family originally were from Flint. We moved to Clarkston when my dad got a new job. I went to a private school in Flint for a year, and then when we moved to Clarkston, I went to public schools in Clarkston. Tony lived in Clarkston and went to Clarkston schools. Okay. And then went to private school in Flint, and we missed each other.
Oh, that's weird.
Wow.
Oh, so Tony actually went to Clarkston, and then.
As in elementary, went to her a couple of years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, my freshman year, I was on the 6th floor at Holmes Hall, and I had a roommate, and there was a guy down the hall, Matt, that was from Flint, and Tony knew him, and Tony was on the 4th floor. Well, Tony wanted to live with Matt, but Matt already had a roommate. So they approached me about being tripled because Matt's roommate didn't want to. And at the time, if you got tripled, you got a reimbursement.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
you got $150 or something for the semester
Right. Oh,
because
yeah.
because you were tripled.
Yeah.
And so Tony and Matt approached me if I would move down where Matt's roommate was. Matt's roommate would move into my room, and then Tony would move up.
Gotcha.
So they offered me a case of beer. They would build the loft and pay for the loft, and then I'd get $150
That's a
that
good
my
gig.
parents didn't know about,
Yeah.
and I was all in.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a deal breaker.
That is, yeah.
So it was all in. So Tony and that's how Tony and I ended up being buddies.
That's hilarious.
We didn't know each other at all.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of
yeah.
strange.
No, that's really wild. It's a good coincidence.
So a case of
what I
beer, and ended up being a good friend of mine.
do. Yeah.
When you grew up in Flint, was telling Josh a little bit about this. Isn't there some sort of story about you taking your parents' car out for a little joyride or
No.
something? No.
No,
Okay.
not in Flint.
Not in Flint, no. Is that a little like down the road a little bit or what?
I don't recall those
don't-
stories.
All right.
Yeah, I'm working in ABC 12 right now. I'm sure I've told you
Yeah.
that, but it's kind of wild. You just have to watch your back in Flint in the sense that we were sitting there parked in, and there was maybe 3 or 4 guys walking towards our car, and we have our cameraman drive our vehicles, and he kind of like clenched up. He locked all the doors, and he kind of looks back at me like gives me a head nod, and there's just some intense situations. You said you grew up in Flint and everything?
Yeah, but I grew up in
But
Flint.
when it
That
was
was in
a
the
lot.
'70s.
Yeah. When it
Flint was
a lot nicer.
Genesee County. Flint was one of the richest areas in the country.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody came to work in Flint at the auto industry.
Oh,
Everybody
okay.
from the South. So back in the 60s and 70s, if you talk to anybody about Flint, Flint was booming. It was one of the biggest booming cities in the country. And every election, anybody that was anybody in politics went through Flint to campaign because it was huge with the auto industry.
Wow.
You have a brother, or is he still a judge? I know
Yeah, my brother
he's still a judge in Flint.
in Flint.
In
yeah.
Flint. Oh,
In Genesee County.
And then your dad was, right? when
My
you were
dad
young?
and my uncle.
And your uncle.
nice.
So Flint is a special place for me. It's a hometown, and you say you have to watch your back. I don't know.
Maybe not. It was that was my one encounter. and
Of course, there's certain areas and certain
Yeah.
things you
Yeah.
do, but there's a lot of cool things and a lot of cool events in Flint. They have the Crim, which is a great race that brings a lot of people into Flint. They have something called Back to the Bricks, where they have some cool events and have the old cars go down. It's
Yeah.
bigger than the Woodwood Cruise.
Oh wow.
yeah, we cover all that stuff with our news station.
Yeah.
But I was just curious what kind of experiences you've had with that, if it's been concerning in any way.
Obviously, you have to. It was one of the most dangerous towns in the world, 4 years running. So it's not. It has some issues.
Yeah.
And still no clean water too. You were saying you can't even really get a drink out of the water or out of the
Yeah,
faucet.
they won't let you take a drink out of their faucets at ABC 12, the news station. It's still apparently this massive issue, I guess.
Well, there's a lot of people that don't believe it's a massive issue.
That's
Yeah.
what's interesting, yeah. Because, I think my dad said some stuff about that.
Yeah. So that.
That's that politic talk.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, tell me, so you're an ER doctor at Hurley. Could you kind of get into maybe how that all started? Where you said you went to Kansas City for your
It's a medical school.
for medical school. So
Yep.
how did that all kind of piece together?
I applied to 17 and got into 1.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
So the best medical school in the country is the one you get into.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So
That's a good point.
No, that's a good point.
So I went there. I loved Kansas City. There were some things. It's a very cool town, but they don't have any water. There's no. You're from Michigan. You're used to lakes and waters, and they don't have any water there.
That's a good point.
But it's very cool. But after the classroom work, the medical education part was not great, and so Trish and I decided to come back to Michigan.
Cool.
Yeah, and ER just fit me. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's pretty nonstop.
and your dad enjoyed it.
Yeah. I don't know. He started out at. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna screw up these details, but he started out not in the ER, and then he switched over to Hurley, and he's loved it ever since. But
Yeah, he was there close to 20 years, wasn't
yeah, definitely.
Did you meet Mrs. Newblatt in Missouri? Did you
he?
say?
No, high school.
High school.
Yeah, she went to Lake Orion.
She went to
which is
Lake
Oh,
Orion.
that's right. That's
She went to
funny.
Lake Orion.
She's dragging.
And then we were on spring break together
Oh, okay.
in Daytona Beach.
Daytona Beach.
That's where my parents
1988.
went for spring break too.
Something I remember about that.
Yeah, that's funny. No,
and just magic, man. It's just magic.
It's the destination.
It just magic happens in Daytona Beach.
That's very true. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
But do you want to really quick touch this poll before
Yeah,
we
we could-
move on to bigger and better things?
Yeah, we could get in the poll. I actually had to turn my phone on airplane mode, so we don't want any interruptions. So this week we had, if you had to pick one eating utensil to live without with the rest of your life, which one would it be? Spoon, fork, or knife? We got 46 votes. I don't know. Did you retweet it this week? Yeah, that's awesome. That's actually a lot of votes.
Good vote.
How many
Yeah.
votes?
46, which is, I don't know, might be the most we've ever gotten.
That's a
I
fair
think.
amount of votes.
Just about. And it was pretty close. 39% said fork. That was like what was leading. And then spoon was 37% and knife was 24%.
Now, how do you guys come up with this poll?
You know, it's an interesting process.
Well,
I mean, are you guys sober when you decide
oh
this?
my gosh. Yeah, we just kind of bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah.
We're just trying to think of ridiculous shit and just put
Yeah,
it
it's
out
basically the most ridiculous stuff we can think of.
there. Yeah.
Okay.
This one's a little more normal than usual, but
Yeah, so it's usually would you rathers as well, so it's obnoxious scenarios.
Yeah.
And you have to choose between these two obnoxious things, and that's kind of that decision.
yeah, two extremes. Oh, we got a guest on the
we got a
podcast.
guest, another guest coming on.
Stuart
You guys
Newblatt.
about to do the podcast?
We're doing
We're on right
Early
now.
recording.
We have a man in the room that has a football ring and a basketball ring, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a star, this
He's a
guy.
star.
Who just woke up and he's got slobber all over.
Stu, really quick, what would you live without if you had the choice to not eat with a spoon, fork, or knife?
Oh, I voted on this.
Yeah, what'd you pick?
Choose.
Oh, I thought the obvious choice here was the fork.
Absolutely. Give me
Obvious.
some.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
actually.
what-
What's so obvious about that?
Because you're obviously not gonna do the knife. Because if you do the knife, you can't.
I agree.
take
Knife
the
is
chicken.
out.
Yeah, no,
Knife
you
is
need the
out.
knife. You need the
You
knife.
need the knife.
And
Definitely.
you're obviously not gonna do the spoon because the spoon that rules out soup and everything like that. So the only thing where you can still eat every food is a fork. Because you can do them like
Great
that.
point.
Well, I would beg to differ.
What would you go with?
Well,
Can't you not eat?
it's clearly, but well, you're at times you say you can't eat without the knife. You can clearly just grab it with your hands and go, barbaric with it.
Barbaric.
Well, yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think about it. Yeah, I
Number
didn't
one.
think
Number
about
two, if you're going to do soup and you need a spoon, you could just drink it.
Ooh, good point.
it. Yeah, but that's
And if it's
very
thick enough, you could use a fork with the soup if it's thick enough.
okay. But it's,
So what are you going with then? What's your?
I mean, to me,
I think you're just playing devil's advocate.
no, I'm not. I've thought about this now, just in the last half hour. I'm not at all. Generally speaking, I would regard that as a safe play. That I was just playing devil's advocate. But the spoon doesn't have anything that you can grab with, really.
It would be tough not
Yeah,
having
that's
something
true.
you could poke.
Yeah, I
with.
agree.
Yeah.
So the thing that the knife has is that you can poke and grab. You don't have that ability necessarily with the spoon.
That's very
And the spoon, you can just kind of grab with your hands if you wanted, or
So your choice would be a fork.
You get rid of the
Yeah, you
fork.
could.
Yeah, get rid of the fork, right?
I don't know that. No, I would get rid of the spoon.
Get rid of the spoons. Oh my
The one
gosh.
thing I feel like if you kept all your like etiquette, the best thing to choose would be the fork, because if you're sitting in a really nice restaurant or something and you pick up your bowl of soup, then it might look at you differently. It might break some rules.
Well,
that-
yeah. So you're talking about etiquette versus
If you were to-
practicality.
I'm just
Yeah, yeah.
Because
playing
the
whatever.
knife, really, you could just stab it with the fork
Right.
and just eat it.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
off
yeah.
your fork.
It can double as a fork, basically.
Yeah,
And you can
that's
cut with
true. You
in
could
certain
stab
things
with
you
a
can
knife. I didn't
in
think
certain
about that.
things you can cut with your fork.
Yeah, no, that's very true as well. It's an interesting one.
I might have to go with
Really could
fork
go either way.
without the knife. Now that I've tucked myself.
No knife and going fork and spoon.
Going no knife though, that would bring a lot of
That's
complications.
It's an interesting approach.
Not eating with the knife. Yeah, I don't even know.
I think you could go without the knife.
I think you
definitely
could. I think you could
Just
cut.
ripping apart. That would probably be the way to do things.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was our poll.
Yeah.
And
Good. I like.
So let me ask you guys, what's going on at Central? What's the plan next year?
Oh yeah.
well, yeah, go ahead.
August 18th. I think I
Is
checked.
that the official date? I
believe
wanted
so.
to ask you that. Yeah.
I believe it's August 18th we move in, which is like less than 90 days now, so
I can't wait.
pumped.
Are you guys ready to get back? Are you bored? Or what's going on?
I'm honestly about ready to get back.
I'm not ready to get back, but I'm definitely not pissed about going back. Like it's gonna be fun when we go back. So
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like the exposure of the internship and all this stuff is cool, and seeing everybody is great and all that. But it's just nice to be back there doing my own thing, my own responsibilities, all that. Good
Isn't it
stuff.
gonna be nice with fresh meat and the new roommate?
Yeah. I
We'll
think
see.
it'll add a new dynamic. That's
Definitely.
always a blast. Like I truly before this year, I didn't know Dayton well at all.
yeah,
I mean, I would see him. He would come to our room in freshman year and stuff. But I didn't know him that well. And now this year, I would honestly consider Dayton one of my best friends, no doubt. And yeah, who knows? I think Denny will be a great roommate.
So what's the plans? Who's getting a job? Who's gonna have a
I
job
think
this
we
summer?
all. Well, I have to get a job, obviously, but I mean, we probably should all have jobs up there. Stay busy, stay out
yeah,
of trouble.
I'll be doing calls probably. I kind of like
That's
that
a nice
job.
gig.
You like calls?
I love them. Yeah, I took on Pine Knobs calls as well.
I
which
see
is
that. I'm getting the emails.
Yeah.
You got to include the date of the time that the patient.
Oh, put that in.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I know when to look.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I will.
Can you believe Jonah screwed that up?
Yeah, it's such a good gig. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, so I'll just be probably doing calls. Hopefully that'll pay for my spend or cover my spending. But yeah,
Nothing. So have you guys talked about how you're going to, the decorations of the apartment? Who's going to take over that? Or is it just going to be move your shit in and let's go?
Well, I told Jonah. I was texting Jonah this morning. Actually, I don't know. You probably have seen the picture of him with the little African kids on the beach. Have you seen that yet?
No, you haven't?
Josh
Yeah, I
will
got
pull
it
it up
for
for
you
you.
right
Is it a good picture?
Oh,
Great
it's a
picture.
good picture, and I
One
told
of
him
the
I
better
want that in the
pictures.
apartment next year, like a large
Massive one.
picture of it. Yeah, I would like to hang that
Yeah,
up.
I haven't seen any pictures of him in Africa.
Yeah, he sent it to Josh. I just saw it through our Twitter, but it's a pretty good picture. It's funny.
it is
But-
a hilarious picture.
Yeah, we I don't know. I know
Probably looks
we're,
gigantic.
we're gonna do the quote. Oh, he does. Yeah, he does. We're gonna do the quote wall again. We like that. We like putting up goofy quotes.
There's your picture.
Yeah. For those who haven't seen, we have a picture on our Twitter of Jonah on the beach with a couple of African kids.
That
and
is awesome.
he looks like a king. Yeah.
He looks like a kid.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be enjoying it.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And it's amazing.
Can you send that to me?
Yeah.
He's
now.
telling us just about how cheap everything is with the U.S. dollar over there. How he's getting
is it?
everything. Yeah, he's getting everything.
I haven't talked too much. I try to kind of leave him alone.
Yeah.
So how did you get him that gig? How did that?
I
all
work with a
happen?
guy named Rocky Otang, and Rocky is from Ghana.
Oh, really?
His family's from Ghana. He's an
Oh, okay.
American, but his family's from Ghana, and he
Okay.
might have even been born in Ghana. So Rocky works for the University of Michigan. He's a colleague of mine, partner of mine. And Rocky started a emergency medicine residency in Ghana. And he's from that area. He's got family there, so he's got credibility. So Rocky's there monthly. He goes there
Really?
2 weeks at a time.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And that's a 12-hour flight. to
Something
get there
like
every
that,
time?
yeah.
Dang.
So him and Bozar went. It's for
Yeah.
2.5 weeks. So it's kind of cool. I mean, when he was pre-med, that's what it was. But still, it's pretty cool life experience.
Right.
Yeah, and even going off life experience, I've talked to him a little bit. It sounds like they're not doing a ton of doctorly things,
Even better.
Yeah,
which is even
right.
better. Yeah, they're
Right.
traveling around. They're going on beaches. They're. I think he said they went to the biggest tribe in Ghana.
Did he meet the king? He
And
said he might meet
he
the
might
king.
meet the
King
king,
Louis.
and I guess it was not nearly as good as he was expecting.
He was
but,
hoping better.
yeah, but
Has
no,
he,
it's just cool.
Has he seen any elephants? Wild elephants?
Not that I've heard.
He's supposed to be going to a place where the only place where you see
Ivory.
see
A
elephants.
safari? He mentioned something about safari. Is he doing that? Or
I
what?
don't know.
He said he was probably going to, but
That'd be
there was
crazy,
that
man.
the news about how they were revolting in
The Ivory Coast.
the Ivory Coast, and I think that's where the safari was going to be.
Well, he's not going
So
there.
I don't
Yeah,
think he's
yeah.
going there, but
Might not be the best place to.
Uh-oh, we might have some new visitors.
Oh man, we're in a busier household right now for
Oh.
the podcast. We got Mrs. N and little Addison N here. How we doing, guys?
Hey guys,
Hi.
I was wondering whose car was in the driveway.
yeah.
Just talking about Jonah in Africa.
Yup, just chatting about Jonah.
You know more.
Oh yeah, you gotta look at that picture, but
Yeah, so it'll be a different dynamic this year up in your
Yeah.
It definitely will.
Yeah, it will be.
I'm very excited. But yeah, we'll get our quote wall going and everything like that.
Pick straws for upstairs and downstairs, probably.
Yeah, hopefully I can squeeze the top room.
Is there some contention there? Point of contention with this?
I'm down. I'm down with downstairs. It's okay. I'll take.
I really want an upstairs room for some reason. I mean, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I really don't care that much, but it'd be sweet.
There might be a dispute. I don't know.
Is it?
We'll figure something out.
Is it going down?
Maybe. Yeah, there might be a little throwdown.
Yeah, maybe we'll run. Maybe we'll see who can get the fastest 40 time or something.
Yeah, hold on. So I want to hear about this discussion
Yeah.
Jonah had about his 40 time. You don't think he could run a 40 in under 5?
No.
Why? Why? You
Let
don't
me think about it.
Let you think.
No. Do you?
I mean, I don't know. I think he could.
I
He was
just-
really offended by that. Like,
He was
That's
hurt
okay.
by that.
That's okay.
I absolutely think he could run
I think
a
he
40
could do it.
in under 5.
What makes you guys think that?
Jonah's fast.
Jonah,
Is he?
Yeah,
I
he's
could
fast.
put him at the same level as my speed, probably.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he can move.
Yeah.
Then you're slow.
I mean, or Jonah's just pretty fast.
I can understand how you would want to think
Right.
that.
Well, I'm still,
Maybe he's fast.
yeah.
You know what? I would tell you what. I think that Jonah would have a better time in the 100 than necessarily the 40. It might take him
Okay.
a while to get that moving.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I would probably
I
agree
can
with
see that. That's a good.
How about that? Is that a little bit?
Yeah.
That
let's-
satisfies that more.
Yeah. I agree.
So,
That's fun.
Yeah. Did you played football and everything for?
uh-huh.
What was your 40 time? Was that?
Oh, I don't know. I was not fast.
Not speed type of.
You were the quarterback, though, right?
I was. I played quarterback and defensive back.
Gosh, how was taking on? I just don't know much about the whole football thing in general. You played at Clarkson and everything.
I
right?
did.
How I don't know how is being a quarterback for a big team or whatever. I mean, I don't even know.
Who?
I was playing point guard.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it's
I
fun.
guess that's a good point. Yeah.
It's fun. It
Yeah.
just it was a good time.
Yeah.
Who was the coach before KR? Or did you?
Walt Winnemko.
Winnemko?
Walt Winnemko.
Gotcha.
Is it Jordan Oliverio?
Oliveira.
Yep.
His grandfather.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Malinowski's grandfather.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Great guy. Walt Winnemko is one of the best guys you'll ever meet.
Huh.
Classy guy.
Now, when did KR get there? How much how long after you kind of graduated did KR come in? Do you
KR was my coach my senior year.
Oh,
This
really?
was his first year on varsity.
Oh, wow. He's been around there for a while then.
KR was a gym coach for, he coached gym at Sashua junior high when I was there.
Oh,
Oh
no
my
kidding.
gosh. Okay.
He broke up a fight. My only fight I got in 7th grade. KR
Really?
broke it up. 7th or 8th grade.
How did that brew up?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, it's a good story. It was me and my buddy. His name's Jeff Hines. Jeff will tell you the story. Jeff still lives in Clarkston.
Wait, Jeff Hines.
Is that
in
related to
Shane?
Shane Hines?
No,
Oh, okay.
no relation. So Jeff was a year older than me, and we used to get combos every day at lunch, and we called them comboners. And I think Jeff had a handful of comboners, and I think I hit the comboners out of his hand. And he popped me in the face, and I popped him in the face, and we went at it, and KR broke it up. And we went down to the principal's office, which was funny as hell because principal says, "What happened?" And Jeff says, "Well, Josh took my boners, or he hit my boners, or something like that." And I think we got detention or something. That was funny.
That's 7th grade. You guys are calling
7th or
them
8th grade.
comboners, man.
Comboners.
That's
Wow.
fun.
It was funny.
hilarious.
It was a good time.
And 7th grade was that was at the junior high?
Junior high.
What is it now?
7th, 8th, and 9th grade was
Okay.
at Sashua Junior High. There was 2 junior highs. There was Sashua, and then there was Clarkson Junior High, which
Yep.
is now the Renaissance.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yeah.
So where was the high school building? That was
The middle school.
the middle school? Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Sashua was Sashua. The junior high was the high school.
The high school.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, but back then nobody played varsity or JV as 9th graders.
Oh, really?
Everybody had to play 9th
The
grade
freshman team?
Oh.
until the Fife boys became 9th graders.
Yeah.
Right.
Then it all changed.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the year it all changed.
I don't doubt that.
That's not that big of a surprise, I guess, but
Yeah.
It's funny.
that is funny.
You're sitting with a piece of history. I love it.
Yeah.
I love hearing stories about Clarkson.
Yeah, shooting it. It's fun.
Your name is all over that junior high, in the trophy cases and stuff.
Oh, for football
Yeah.
probably.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny.
That was a fun school. So, what about you guys? What did you guys miss playing basketball? Yes and no, or
To
you
a
passed
point.
it? You over it? And
I would say to a point. I mean, I miss the competitive aspect of everything a little bit. Just I'm not that. I don't know. I love that competitive playing each game, playing pickup and all that. But then again, I like kind of getting into all these different routes and having more time to just explore other hobbies and things like that. And maybe learn to play an instrument soon, or something crazy like that.
Wait, hold on.
But
You play the harmonica already.
I do play the harmonica.
And the skin
Don't
flute.
sleep. Don't sleep. Wow.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. I'm gonna clean it up. I'm sorry.
No,
I had to
you're
get
fine,
one
you're
of them in there. I had to get one in there.
But yeah, no, I miss the competitive parts of it, and it was awesome being a part of the whole Clarkston basketball and all that. But I don't know, it's nice to move on, grow up a little bit, for sure.
Yeah.
You can't hold on to that forever.
No, it's fun while it lasts.
Exactly.
Now, I understand you have kind of a. Oh, we got. You have kind of a tight schedule. Where you go? Do you have like? Where are you going to after this? Or do you got work or what? You're pretty busy.
Today?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go run.
You're gonna go run.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go for a
Training
run.
for anything?
No. Nope. Just trying to get in shape or
Get
stay in
back
shape.
into it.
Yeah.
Are you still working the crim this year for the?
No, I resigned.
Gotcha.
I tried to pass it on. I think it was 3 years that we did,
Yeah.
and dodged a bullet, and I'm gonna give it up.
Nice. We're covering it. That's why I was curious.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing the whole live event and all that fun stuff with it. But
Yeah.
it's their biggest recording thing of the year or something.
It's a big
along those
event. It's a
lines.
cool event.
It really is. It really
Were
is.
you down there Friday before for the mile run, which is pretty cool too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I will be. Yeah.
Friday they have a mile run and it's competitive, and sometimes it brings out some. There's a couple of Olympians that come out and it's a quick mile.
Dang.
I mean, they're flying.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. I couldn't imagine.
They're flying.
Yeah. I guess going off crazy, 4th of July is coming up, and one of the things just we even discussed. Is there any, if you were to tell a funny story from 4th of July working in Hurley ER?
Or like a horror
Or
story,
just,
maybe. Yeah.
or even your personal life, anything have you had anything crazy happen for 4th of July? I mean,
Someone coming in with their finger or their hand blown off or anything like that.
yeah, just
I don't know.
No? You don't know?
nothing in particular ringing a bell or coming up?
Because I talk to my dad whenever this time of year comes around. He always says how you're kind of not anti-firework, but you're just like, keep.
Well, that's not just that time of year. That's kind of how I grew up.
Oh.
My parents scared the shit out of me. They didn't want us around motorcycles. They didn't want us around snowmobiles. They didn't want us around fireworks. They didn't want
Yeah.
anything.
Okay.
So it's more or less, I'm uncomfortable around that stuff
Gotcha.
just because they scared the hell out of me with it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what do you guys got going for the 4th?
I don't know.
Don't you usually go up north?
Yeah, we might go up north.
Is Marcus going to mess up a go-kart or
He drove the golf cart.
golf
in the
cart?
van.
Yeah. Is he gonna piss anybody off and do
Dude,
that?
I don't know. He's getting to that age where he better watch out because I don't know. I don't know what he's doing nowadays, but hopefully he figures it out. He's trying to do some golf. I think that's what he's getting into.
He's not going to. Well, he shouldn't stand. He can't drive the golf cart.
No,
that's not a good
no,
recipe
he's
for
not-
him.
he's
Did
not
you ever hear the
driving
golf
the
cart
golf cart.
story?
No.
You'll have to ask Slick Rich about it. It's awesome story.
Yeah, my dad wasn't too happy about that. We were pretty young when that happened too, and that was partly my fault. I was distracting the driver, so. But I don't even
I
know.
find that hard to believe.
I don't even know if my dad knows that, but I wasn't messing with him, but he was kind of distracted driving, and he was not paying attention. He yanked the wheel and just decked the back of a minivan.
Oh wow!
And just took out the entire back, like light, the tail light and stuff. Yeah, my dad was pissed.
It was somebody else's golf cart.
Yeah, and it wasn't our golf cart. It was like someone
And
down
so the guy
road.
whose golf cart wanted
Oh, that's even worse.
Yep.
Rich to pay for it.
So we had the golf cart and the van that we both damaged.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the story of Luke Rakuta running into me?
Yeah.
Oh
How
my
ridiculous
gosh.
that is,
Yeah.
and that we got gypped out of that whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh
What do you
god.
mean you got gypped out of that whole thing?
So you remember you were probably there when that happened.
I was pulling out right behind you guys.
It's crazy.
but I didn't
And-
see it happen or anything.
And so to fill people in, I was pulling out of the high school. I was sitting at a stop sign waiting for people to cross or pass. And as I was about to go right, I get drilled from behind, and he drives this big old truck. And at the time, I thought he kind of like nicked me. It didn't even feel like he hit us that hard. I think I had music playing and all that. And so we didn't really even stop that much. I kind of said, all right, we were going to yoga anyways, so we'll figure it out there.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And so I get to yoga, and I hadn't even looked at my trunk really yet. I just kind of like peeked out. I'm like, we'll figure this out in a second, because I was holding everybody up in front of the parking lot. And so we get to yoga, everybody gets there, and I see it, and I was blown away. It is destroyed. There was no chance my car was like wrecked. And so we had to buy a whole new trunk. We had to buy all this new stuff, and we were like, okay, you're going to pay for it, right? And when I was talking to Luke at the time, he's like, don't worry, I will take care of everything. And so we contacted his parents. We did all this stuff, and they wouldn't pick up the calls. There was times where they picked it up, and then they were like, yeah, I guess we might pay half of it. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is not our fault. We could have called the police and got all this stuff and made it way more money. And they ended up basically screwing us over, and we couldn't get a hold of them, and they didn't even end up paying half. We had to pay for all of it, and it was just this
when I was in high school, there was a 4th of July. You guys know where Reese Road is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's some.
It's over Holcomb, right?
Off of Holcomb.
Yeah,
There's some rural spots over there. Well, me and my buddy were driving down there late night. We were coming back from some girl's house, and there was a farm out there, and it was dark, and we hit a pig.
Oh my God.
wow,
In the road?
Just driving?
Was there a pig in the road?
Pig went into the road.
Oh my gosh.
no way.
We got out of the car, and we looked around, and there, it's dark back
Oh
there.
Yeah.
Dark as shit. And so we're like, we killed the pig. We didn't know what to do. We were scared shitless.
I bet.
So we got in the car, and we drove off. We just left it. We didn't know what to do.
Right.
We got home, and we didn't say anything. So we got home, and the next thing you know, is a knock on the door. And it was Oakland County Sheriff. And my buddy's dad comes down and starts talking. We didn't see anybody. And
Oh Lord.
he writes us a ticket because apparently you if something to do with livestock, if something like that, you've got to report it. And we didn't know it.
Oh, wow.
We were only 16, 17 years old. And so Dad called us down, and we had no idea, first of all, and nobody saw us. How the hell did they find out?
Right.
The pig squealed.
Gosh.
That's hilarious.
I told this story to Adams when I went to their 6th grade camp. And these kids wouldn't fall asleep. And I told them that story. I drew it out for about, 20, 30 minutes?
Long time.
Wow. Come on.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't get it at the time.
Oh, man.
That's hilarious. Oh man.
So I figured I'd drop that on your audience.
That's funny.
You guys go to that family camp every year, right?
Yeah, we go in, 4 weeks?
Wow,
4
that's
weeks.
pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on camp. It's in Walloon Lake up in Boyne Falls.
That's awesome.
What's your favorite thing to do there? Out of all the activities,
We just kind of hang out.
hang out. Because Jonah likes the archery. He tells us about.
Oh yeah, how he's
Jonah, he's always like that. He's not into it as much as he used to be when he was a little kid.
The past couple of years.
Yeah,
Slacking.
but he was in it. He got a Robin Hood one time, and Robin Hood.
That's what he was telling us. We didn't
gosh.
buy it. We didn't believe him.
We didn't even know what the hell that even meant.
So they've got targets at 10 yards,
funny.
15 yards, 20,
Yeah.
25,
Did
30,
he say
35,
that
and
far?
40.
He explained it to us.
Okay.
And you get a bullseye on every single one of them.
Yes, and then you have to get what your field is from 20 yards. You have to have 5 arrows in a row. They give you 5.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Everybody gets 5, and they blow the whistle. You shoot 5, and then you're done. They blow the whistle. Everybody gets their arrows, and then you come back. You have to get them all 5 in the target to
wow.
get your field.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think he got it last year, did he?
Past 2 years.
Last 2 years he hasn't gotten it. He's been
wow.
skunked.
That's hilarious.
But it's a cool place. My favorite thing is we all get together on the porch and just kind of haze each other and just tease each other.
Right.
No, that is the best part.
But the boys, Adam and Jonah and my brother and Jacob play bago.
Oh yeah.
I bet you probably for 30 hours the whole.
It's a great game.
It's a lot of bago.
They play all day long.
Wow.
And all they do is argue and bitch at each other.
That's funny. Have a beer in hand.
No, actually, there's no drinking up there. I mean, there is drinking. We don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't. Some people do. Mm-hmm. Actually, a guy got drunk last year or a couple years ago and punched somebody, didn't he?
Oh my gosh. And this is for all alumni, correct?
Yeah.
All Michigan alumni.
How do these people get together?
So it's a camp on Walloon owned by the University of Michigan Alumni Association, and they have 11 one-week sessions, and there's got to be 600-700 people up there per session.
Wow. That's awesome.
And we went as kids. So when I was a kid, our parents took us.
Gotcha.
You've been
And
doing it for a while then.
We've been doing it 15, 16 years, something
Wow.
like that.
Oh, that's really cool. So it's basically a tradition every summer.
Yeah, and it's very rarely do you get everybody all together.
Yeah.
Right.
And everyone kind
So
of
my
puts that
brothers are
aside.
there with their kids. And
That's cool.
theirs.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
It's a good time.
Now, do your parents go? Bubby and Zane, do
Oh,
you
yeah.
make the trip for that?
Oh yeah, they're there.
That's
Oh, they
awesome.
wouldn't miss it.
That is awesome.
Huh. I love that.
And if my mom wasn't there, we wouldn't have anybody to make fun of.
You're great
That's
people.
hilarious. They are.
They're
They
thank you.
never fail to crack me up.
Yeah. What else? You guys got any trips coming up? You went on a nice trip last year. Was it last year that you guys went on your tour, or was that 2 years ago?
We did a big Michigan trip, if
Yeah.
that's what you're referring to. That was 2 years ago. That was 2015. Yeah. Yes, we got together. It was me, Andrew, and Brad, and we
Yeah, that was cool as hell.
drew this thing up, and we basically took 7 or 8 days to make a road trip around Michigan, camping at all these places.
I told Jonah that you guys need to do that overseas.
Yeah.
Oh my, that's a good
That-
idea.
we honestly.
There's got to be something a class that you guys can get credit for, where you could all go over to Europe, Spain,
Yeah.
and do that.
See some stuff.
They have it. Well, one thing that we could do. So they have study abroad programs, but
Right.
they're through their like majors.
Right.
We're all in business.
We are.
could, and they go like so. For example, broadcasting majors will go to, say it's Rome. This major will go to
Yeah.
Italy, whatever that is, and all that. And so
It wouldn't even matter if you're all in the same spot. You guys can hook up in a different country.
that's
Yeah.
that is what's so crazy.
You guys got to do it because once you start working,
Yeah.
you're not going to get. It's going to be hard to
tough
do
get
that.
out. No, definitely. Yeah. Jonah's getting a little bit of that right now.
Go, dude.
So what else? What else is on the agenda?
Are you making any trips this
Yeah,
summer?
I'm going to the Wisconsin Dells to it's like that big chain of water parks, and I don't know what part of Wisconsin it's
Oh,
in.
really?
Yeah, we take a family trip usually once a year, once every 2 years with my dad. So
How old's Lucy now?
she's Marcus's age, but she's about 9 months younger. But they're in the same grade, so she's not even 14 yet.
Is she at Sashua?
She's at the junior high. She's a grade younger than Jordan.
She's 8th grade.
8th grade. Yep.
No kidding.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast they're growing up. It's insane.
Yeah, Myers texted me that Jordan followed him on Instagram.
That's funny. Yeah.
He said, "That's crazy."
I
I
don't think
said,
Jordan followed me.
Come on.
"I'm
Jordan.
sorry, not Jordan. Addison.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. Not Jordan. Addison.
That's
Dang,
funny.
that's even more.
That's hilarious.
Addison's got an Instagram? Dang. How
Is
old
it?
is Addison now?
Addison's 10. She'll be 11 in September. It's
That's not
Instagram.
that bad, because Zach's what? Zach's like 13.
Zach's he's in 7th grade right now.
Yeah,
so.
I think that's 13.
13, yeah.
And he's
Yeah, I'm not good with the
master of
social
Instagram.
media thing, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was Instagram. I don't know.
No, it probably
yeah,
was.
It probably was.
Yeah, that's the big one right now.
Is that what it is now?
Yeah.
How do you feel about your kids getting locked in technology?
Yeah.
Instagram.
Social media. What's
Social
your take?
media. What do you feel about
I don't know. I think I may be naive because I don't track them.
Okay.
Ever since I found out that if I looking at somebody on Twitter, I could screw it up, I stopped doing it. But I don't think my kids are big social media people. They may be.
Not to my
No,
knowledge.
I don't think so at all.
Yeah,
not
they're
to my
not.
knowledge.
I don't have an Instagram, and I don't have. I have a Twitter, but I don't even look. What else is there besides Instagram?
Facebook.
Snapchat.
Facebook and Snapchat. Facebook's still kind of a big one. I know you guys have one for the urgent care. I've seen.
My
Right.
wife has one. I don't have one. I kind
Yeah.
of surf hers and stalk people without them knowing.
Yeah.
I don't think that Jonah and Adam have a Instagram or a Facebook.
No, I don't
they
think
don't.
they do.
They don't tweet,
No, never. Never.
but I don't know about Snapchat and Instagram. I don't know, but I don't.
Yeah.
They don't seem like big
They don't
social
participate much.
media.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think they really do.
Now Jordan, I would assume she probably does.
Yeah.
And Addison,
Addison obviously
Addison's
getting into it. Yeah.
Getting
Dipping her
into
toes.
without a doubt. Any concerts? Anybody going to Future tonight?
No, not
Oh, I
tonight.
forgot that's tonight.
I'm going to train soon.
Yeah.
What about
I
Zach
still-
Brown?
We're going to
Okay,
train,
cool.
yeah.
What about Zach Brown?
Oh
That's
no, but
that's like
June 8th.
Yeah, I was gonna say a week from or so.
a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's cool. I know Jonah likes to go to that, but I don't think he's gonna make it.
Oh, he loves.
Oh, he's going.
Oh,
he says
is?
he's going.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He says he's going with Anna.
Oh, cool. When does he get back? Do you know the date?
I think maybe next Saturday.
Not bad. That's pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no Future tonight, huh?
No. They changed the lineup and stuff, and
Who was in it? What was it? Or
it's supposed to be the Migos. Migos are getting really big right now, but they're not going now. So
now who is it? Future.
Young Thug and YG.
Gotcha.
Nobody worth seeing live.
No.
Nah.
Adam's going.
Is he?
He was at Made Money on Friday too.
I heard about that. Yeah.
You heard about what?
Or I just saw a couple of pictures of him on the Instagram and stuff with his girlfriend and stuff because I follow her on social media. So.
I told him not to let anybody take pictures of him.
Oh no, it wasn't like it was just him and his girlfriend on the hill. It wasn't a big deal, so it was fine. I heard it was pretty crazy though. It is every year. It's a shit show every year. Yeah.
It's a nice gathering though because you see everybody that you haven't seen in Clarkson for a year or whatever that might be. But
wow, somebody's gonna get in trouble up there.
yeah.
Well,
I went.
Did you go?
Yeah. And the second we walked in there, we saw this. I bet this girl wasn't any older than 10th grade, getting pulled out in a wheelchair, and all these police officers and her friends walking with her, and she was like unconscious in this wheelchair, and it's just
happens every year.
It's what that concert is all about, I guess.
I think you guys know Colin, obviously. Colin's girlfriend was there and went up to Adam thinking it was Jonah. And I think that's what I heard. Start talking to him.
Hilarious.
I'm sure Adam was like,
"Who are you?"
I heard I'm not gonna mention any names on here, but I heard a kid from Clarkson actually got escorted out by the police. He got arrested on the hill. It'll happen, yeah. It's a bummer.
Do you know what it was for? Or?
I don't know the details, no, but yeah, I don't know.
that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. So.
Yeah, but no big concerts. Are you much of a concert fan
I
yourself?
like going up there, but I'm going to Zach Brown.
Is that it? You got anything else?
If I'm not doing anything, I may go to Bob Seger.
Oh, cool. I think that's hard to get tickets for.
It is.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been sold out.
Apparently,
I'll go on StubHub or something like that.
Yeah, true. My parents were, I don't know if they were discussing it with, I'm sure they were, about potentially getting tickets that we would always have seasonally for Pine Knob Urgent Care.
Oh, that'd be nice.
That would be sweet. That'd be a nice little gig.
That would be.
Have them in the pavilion and all that, or whatever.
You'd like to get your hands on some of those.
Yeah, we'd split up the tickets, like ration them out.
Me, your mom, and you.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah, you'd get you and Joan would be in the rotation.
We totally be in the road.
Trish and I get some. You and your dad, your mom and dad get some. Then you get picked, and then Jonah gets picked.
Yeah.
I see. I understand.
It'd be the picking. Yeah.
Yeah, you get your. We'd have to draw straws.
Sit
So where
down,
if you get first round
have
draft
a
pick
nice
or something.
dinner.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Hang out in the VIP lounge.
Some backstage access. But
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it'd be fun for sure.
Yep. So yeah, who knows? But I look forward to it. Pine Knob is awesome.
It is. It really is. It's a great place to live by. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Within walking distance from here, really, right? I mean.
Oh yeah,
honestly,
I walk
yeah.
home.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's convenient.
it is.
Yeah. I'm going to New York
Whoa.
this probably at some point.
For how long?
I guess so you were saying earlier, my family kind of does a trip basically every summer. We make sure we do something. And so we'll go to Mackinac at some point, and then this year we are going to New York. So
Wow.
I just start mapping that out.
New York, that's gonna be crazy. Are you gonna go to anything like special there, or do you have any stops that you're planning on?
I don't know. I'm
for
yet
sure?
to do much research. I think it's like a month or 2 months away from now.
Oh, okay.
So
We just got horribly distracted by the baby pictures.
This baby
that are
picture.
showing us.
No, but I'll definitely have to figure it out once it gets closer. But I don't know. Have you ever been to New York?
Oh man, I
wasn't
want
too
to
sure.
go. I want to go to the big city. Probably the biggest city I've been to is Chicago, and I loved it
Yeah,
there, man.
Chicago's sweet.
It was
People
so sweet,
sleep.
man.
I was talking to one of my coworkers about Chicago, and he was just you don't make that much money being a cameraman for a
Right.
news station, but his big trip he made recently was he took his bike and went to the train that goes down to Chicago, and he said he bought an Airbnb, super cheap. All he took was his bike and everything, and that was it. and he had a blast around Chicago. He said he lost probably 5 pounds. That was just
That's
how much
awesome.
he biked around everywhere.
I rented
Yeah.
bikes there. That was sweet.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like what you do.
When are you going to New York?
Not 100% sure when, but later this summer.
Who you going
Making a
with?
trip. Probably just my family.
Nice.
Yeah,
We were just in New York over St. Patty's Day.
no kidding.
Yeah.
I've never been. How do you like it there?
It was my first time going there. It was cool as hell.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the standout? I guess just how massive it was, or
Yeah, they talk about all the boroughs and this and that, and I didn't know the landscape of the geography. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know what was Manhattan or anything
exactly? Yeah.
like that. It was just cool. It's just huge. It was.
Is there something I should make sure I stop by or see or do while I'm there?
The funny thing, we ate at a place where the food, everything is overpriced.
Yeah.
And after we ate, Adam and I walked up to the hot dog cart and got a hot dog on the street.
Better than the dinner?
Oh, hell yeah, it was better. Hey, Stu,
Funny. That's awesome.
Stupa!
how good was that hot dog on the street in New York?
Oh, that thing was amazing.
That thing was amazing.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to get it next time. We're not going to
That's
mess
funny.
around with dinner. We're just going to go with a hot dog
Not
steak.
as good as the Philly cheesesteak. It was good.
Yeah, the Philly cheesesteak. We went down to, after that, we went to Philadelphia, and we asked them where's the best cheesesteak, and so we went and got a
Dang.
Philly cheesesteak in Philadelphia, and it was awesome too.
Yeah. That's something I should knock off my list.
Yeah.
I had a Philly cheesesteak in the Philadelphia airport. I don't think it was what I
Different,
should
probably.
be having though. Yeah, I
It
don't
was
think
awesome.
It was subpar,
So, but New York's cool as hell.
yeah,
It was really cool. We were there on St. Patty's Day.
I couldn't
It's probably
imagine.
rowdy.
Yeah, you're there for my birthday. People were celebrating for my birthday.
That's exactly what they were doing. It was exactly what they were doing. It was funny because we were there. They had police that were lined up in part of Times Square, and they had it kind of roped off, and they were bringing people in and kind of looked like they were underage and giving them tickets. So I went up to the police officer. I said, well, why is this area roped off? He says, because it's crowded. I said, but it's crowded over there and there's no rope over there. He says, well, it's crowded. I said, well, it's crowded over there and there's no rope over there. And I was kind of being a dick back to him. And then I realized that this is the way the guy talks. And I'm in New York, and he's got no problem with the way I'm talking back to him. And then we just
normal.
It was normal.
Oh, that's hilarious. Everybody's just assholes over
Hostile,
there. Kind
yeah.
of.
No, it's just the way they talk.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
wow,
true.
it's crowded. I'm like, so what? It's crowded over there. And I don't see any ropes over there, and I don't see any ropes over there. It's crowded over there.
That's funny. Yeah.
But New York was cool. And we're heading back in the summer too.
No kidding.
Yeah,
What about the Mexico trip for Adam's spring break? You guys got that in the works or what?
that's not my department.
Not in your department? No.
How you guys you did a cruise this past
We
spring
did.
break. How was that?
It was a good time.
Was it?
Yeah, we were in Jamaica.
Nice.
Where else were we? Grand Cayman, which was cool. And
That's cool.
boy, I forget the last one. We had a good time.
Yeah, no. It was what was it, like a 7-day cruise? Are you a big fan
It was
of
a 5
cruises? 5-day cruise?
I don't like cruises at the time. It sounds funny, but they're crowded.
Yeah.
But the thing that's nice about a cruise is that you can experience 3 different things. I mean, or you can go in 3 different destinations. And you're in Jamaica one day and Grand Cayman the next, and that's kind of cool. But they're crowded, and I didn't like the boat that we were on. Mm-hmm. But I tend to like the cruises after I get off and kind of reflect of where you've
Yeah.
been and some of the things that
Yeah,
you do.
think about what you did.
Definitely.
But
No, I
but they're
agree with that.
crowded. But
never
the
been
problem with all inclusives like we went to on your guys' spring break is there's not a lot to do,
Yeah.
You kinda
Unless
run
you
out of
leave.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
which is okay by me. But
Good
my
and
wife
bad.
likes to do other stuff.
Right.
It all depends what you're trying to get out of it. But
Now, this was one of the questions I wanted to ask you before we went. If you had a free plane ticket to any destination in the world, because I know you've traveled like somewhat, a lot. Where would you go? If you could take like a nice 2-3 week vacation anywhere, plane ticket anywhere, where are you going?
I don't know. I'd probably Europe.
Europe?
have you ever,
I haven't been there.
You haven't been there?
No.
Gotcha.
That's kind of what I was gonna say.
I mean, I've been to Mexico many times, just on spring break at all inclusives, and I've obviously been to Canada. But outside of that, outside of a cruise where you're spending a day in
Right.
Jamaica, that's
Exactly.
really
On
not
the
being there.
islands. Yeah.
I haven't really been out of the States
Oh, okay. I thought
much.
you traveled
But
more.
Well, I travel in the States a lot.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Go to Vegas a lot.
Yeah. Jonah keeps telling us how he's excited for his 21st.
Yeah.
Because of the legendary
Is that the
day.
We're
plan?
going. I
That's
think we're
awesome.
going.
Nice.
cool.
Who's in?
Hey, I wouldn't be
I'm going to New
opposed.
Orleans. That's where I'm going.
Oh, you're going
Yeah.
on 21st?
Yep.
Who's
I'm going
taking
with
you?
My mom. I'm going with my mom and my stepdad. and
I'll
my
celebrate with you guys I'll be 21 already, but
Well, we're not going to go directly on his birthday
Gotcha.
because he'll be just finishing up, and I think he's going to ask Spanky or Colin to go. And
Yeah.
Colin is a couple weeks later.
sister. Right.
gotcha.
So there's a couple people. I think he'd like Brad to go, but Brad's going to in June or July. And
Yeah, that's true. That's a
the
good
timing
point.
would be
That's
bad
all
for
right.
that.
Yeah. I can see if I can talk my dad into it. That'd be fun as hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not staying with him. You can have his own room with somebody else.
Yeah. That's fun. Yeah.
You know, he went to Vegas to play basketball and liked it then.
Uh-huh.
Some people hate it.
I've never been. Have you?
No.
I've never been to Vegas.
I'm not big on the casinos and like that kind of atmosphere. I don't know.
Well, then you might not like New York either.
Really?
Really? Is a lot
Similar
of casinos?
to Vegas?
It's similar in that there's all kinds of things going on. You're overstimulated. You know, it's all kinds of things around you, and it's crowded.
You shouldn't
Makes
be.
sense.
You shouldn't be pushed away though, because that's not the only thing you do in Vegas.
Right, yeah.
There's a
No.
ton of other stuff.
I find the more I go, the less I gamble.
Really?
Yeah.
You just go out on the strip, enjoy
Yeah, we go out to the pools, get the cabanas, and I like the energy. I mean, the
Yeah.
energy and feeding off the energy and everything like that.
yeah.
I mean, I go there and act like a fool for a few days and
Right.
come home. You know, it's important to get away and where people don't know you and blow off some steam and come back.
Yeah, I feel that.
Definitely.
I feel that heavy. You're a decent. You like to gamble. What's your favorite?
I like to play
Cup of
craps.
tea.
I like
Craps?
craps. Yeah, I like craps. I like to play craps. I like to bet on Dougie Pfister too.
Interesting.
So I'll tell you, a Doug Pfister story is the first time I went out to Vegas with my buddy Todd Britt. Todd's an ER doc at Genesis. Before we went out there, the Tigers were playing the Rangers in a playoff game. So him and I went to the Rangers game at home, and Doug Pfister was pitching, and Dougie won. And then we got a hotel in Detroit, and the next morning at 6 a.m. we flew out to Vegas. And then our wives came back and met us out there. The next year we went, we bet on Doug Pfister, and Doug won.
When do we bet on him? Like the game he was pitching in to
Yes,
win?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. So we bet on the Tigers when Doug was
Gotcha,
playing.
gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
The next year that we went, we bet on Doug again, and Doug won. I shit you not. The next year that we went out there, sitting next to me on the plane was Doug Pfister.
No way.
I shit you not.
Oh my gosh, that's weird.
So we went out there, and I think it was Adam or Jordan was in sixth grade camp. So Tricia, or fifth grade camp. So Tricia met us out there later. So I went out there with Todd and his wife, and we were sitting on the plane in 3 rows. I was on the end, and Todd was in the middle, and his wife was on by the window. And Dougie was next to me, and he had all 3 seats
right across the aisle?
from me to Bonsai Moy.
Oh my gosh.
And the Tigers were in the playoffs. They were playing Oakland.
Yeah.
And he was on a coach flight with us out to Vegas.
So random.
That's
So
awesome.
he's sitting directly next to me, and we're sitting there, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
he's like, that's Doug Pfister. I'm like, that can't be Doug Pfister.
Why is he?
I said, Doug Pfister, they're playing in Oakland. That can't be Dougie. And we're sitting there, and Doug Pfister's 6'8".
Oh, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's big. He's skinny and big.
Yeah.
And I look at him, his hands look big, and I'm like, man, why would Doug Pfister be going to Las Vegas when the Tigers are playing in Oakland?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, it looks just like him, but it can't be him. It just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't add
Well,
up.
about an hour or 2 into it, next thing you do, you look over and he's got his iPad on and he's watching himself pitch. So he's watching his mechanics. I'm like, holy shit, that's Doug Pfister.
Wow.
So we don't say anything to him. And then we land in Vegas, and we're probably a couple beers into it, and everybody, the guy behind me says to him, hey, has anybody ever told you look like Doug Pfister? And the guy Doug goes, I've heard it a few times. And so we start talking to him. Well, Todd's dad is best friends with Jim Price.
Oh, wow.
for the Tigers.
Interesting.
And he's had dinner with Pfister at Price's house.
Wow.
So
That's so
he
cool.
says, so Todd's like, you've met my dad over at Price's house. He says, oh, that's great. And so we all waited till they deplaned, and then we sat and talked to Pfister for a while, and then got pictures with him just as you got off the plane before anybody else, got out there. He took some pictures with us, and he's from California.
Okay.
He was flying out before the team did to go home to spend time with his dogs. He had a bunch of dogs. He lived like on a ranch or a farm.
Wow.
And so he was getting a connecting flight from
Gotcha.
Vegas over to.
Okay.
He was a nice guy. So then we went and we've bet every year on Pfister,
Yeah, why wouldn't you, right?
and he's won every time.
No way. That is insane.
That's
And
so
so
cool.
this year, Doug hasn't signed. He had not signed with anybody. We're like, who are we going to bet on?
Yeah.
we don't have anybody to bet on. And he just signed about a week ago with the Angels.
Oh, hell yeah.
Throw some money out.
So we're betting on Dougie. At some point in time, he's going to let us down.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
No, yeah. Keep playing your eye.
Dougie Pfister. We're sitting on the plane next to Dougie Pfister.
That's so
Everybody always says, "Did you tell him that you bet on him?" I'm like, "No, we forgot."
No. Don't jinx it. Just let it
Just
play
let
out.
it marinate. He's
Yeah.
gonna have that in the back of his mind.
And he didn't have a good year, but what we bet when we bet on him last year, he won against we were watching the game at an outside bar, and they were playing the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I think he won 3-1.
That's awesome.
That's so great. I love that.
He's a sure thing right now. Sounds like it.
Yeah, Dougie Pfister.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know you got your run.
Got to get the run in.
Got to get the run in. We don't want to hold you down too long, but
Yeah.
So is Jonah gonna listen to this? Can he listen to this in Africa?
he can.
He
He
can,
listened
yeah.
to our previous one already. So.
Did he give you a thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah, he said it's good, but even not having him here is just a little weird.
It
I mean,
is.
we did 16 with him, and now
Yeah.
he's not here. But
Yeah, well, hopefully he gets home soon safely.
Yeah.
We miss
Yeah.
having him
We
around.
miss him. Yeah, we
I'm
miss
sure.
having him on.
I'm sure. I miss having him around.
So we'll see. I think he's eating a lot of fried rice over there, he says.
Really? didn't
I
hear
guess
that.
that's the only thing. I don't know. That's what I
That's
hear.
hilarious. But
That's funny.
all right, well, we thank
Cool.
you so much for
Yeah,
No, it was
thanks for
awesome.
coming
having
on. And,
Let me know if you need a filler again.
Yeah, we
that
will
was
for
really
sure.
fun.
Cool.
And, thanks
Sounds
for
good,
listening,
guys.
You can find us on Twitter at BGW Podcast. Find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever you want. But that's about it. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Adios.